G'day, my name's Tyler. I played a Horus Eldlich pile for YCS Sydney 2024. Ended up going X3 Day 2, which, being a more casual player, I'm pretty happy with. So I'll get into it. So it's on 47 cards. For the Horus pile, pretty average. Triple Mseti, one Happy, one Dwarm, one Queb. Shouldn't have played this. It was cool in testing, but in practice, I think the best thing this card did all weekend was get used for discard fodder. Worst thing it did was probably brick 5 in my hands. Triple Sark, triple walls, pretty self-explanatory. Really like my Horus package, really want to get into it. Oops. Eldlich stuff, 2 Golden Lord, 3 Sanguine, 3 Conch, 2 Hawk. No Cursed Land because Droll was running rampant and I'd rather get Drolled after resolving an Mseti than that. For our hand trap bait, Gen Ken. Pretty cool. Good cards, I like them. If your opponent has a hand trap, they are hand trapping this when it comes down, because once this is resolved, you're either, making them discard a card, or you're drawing 2 and pitching 1. Because it summons a monster to their side of the field, it locks them out of Imperm, Lightning Storm, Evenly. Kashtira hates having one of these guys on their side of the board. And of course, because the one you're summoning to your opponent's side, they're activating the effect. We're on Triple T. They feel really good together. If you're normal summoning this and giving them Gen, making them discard 2 cards is pretty cool. Or if you're summoning Gen, giving them Ken, drawing 2 cards, pitching 1, and then drawing another 2 cards also feels pretty cool. Onto our own hand traps. 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 3 Imperm. Pretty standard line at the moment. Like turning off my brain, so 3 Skill Drain. Best case scenario in this deck, you're drawing 8 cards, so it's pretty good chance you're seeing this. Triple Shell, because this in conjunction with Mseti or Walls or King Sark is, whole heap of discard fodder. These just replace themselves when they go to the graveyard, so that's pretty cool. On to the extra. Pretty bread and butter rank 8s. This is you going first board most of the time. This with some Eldritch stuff and maybe a skill drain, it's pretty good. Coach King. I really learnt my lesson after the weekend. Unless you absolutely have to, do not use this unless you've already got Gen Ken up, because it will get impermed and it sucks. Burns in time sometimes, which is nice, but it's a rank 8 that says draw 3, so of course you're playing it. Xenophond, awesome card against Snake Eyes. Against other Horus players, it's unbelievable as well. Just locks them out of summoning from the graveyard for the turn, and also becomes indestructible to card effects. So having that under skill drain is really nice. Zombie Vamp, it's a rank 8. Does stuff, it's cool. Ding, non-targeting, non-destruction removal is nice, and also protecting your own cards is nice. Lancelot is a weird one. Going first, if you don't see any of the Eldlich cards, make this instead of one of these guys. It's an omni-negate, but it has to negate the first thing. So obviously in your end phase, you can't do your Eldlich stuff because you'll negate yourself. Buzz King, ripping an extra deck card's nice. Burn damage is nice. Popping a card's nice. SP Little Knight's just the best link monster in the game at the moment. Anima, we're playing a bunch of level 1s, and it's really nice to bait out interaction. Transversa, specifically for Gen Ken stuff. I think I had one game where this, I yoinked one of their big guys, which was cool. But yeah, swapping a Gen and a Ken around with this so you can resolve the other one is really, really nice. And then obviously just link this and whatever monster it's pointing to off into SP to clear a body, and yeah. Link Spider because we're playing Eldlich trap monsters. Gustav, I'd rather have it than not. It didn't come up this weekend, but if you've got 2 Eldlich cards in rotation, this is like, you know, guarantees the OTK, wins in time. Pretty cool. Typhon and Zeus, both pretty self-explanatory. Onto the side deck, going second cards first up. These are really nice. I mean, they ban any interaction. Whatever you steal, as long as it has a level, you can use it as a material for your vampire zombie, which is really cool. These 3. Almost wish I'd have played Sphere Mode instead, but I mean, look, this is better for the Voiceless matchup. I didn't have to play Voiceless this weekend, thankfully, but look, it's still fine going second against Snake Eyes, but it's still a fire, so their princess is still alive, and obviously also a fire for the Fire Kings. If you destroy it, they can trigger their stuff, which sucks, but better to have it than to not. More switch off our brain cards. Summon Limit, probably the best floodgate at the moment. Obviously does nothing going second, so we're not maining it. 3 Anti-Spell, because, I mean, very, very relevant at the moment. And if you've got it in conjunction with Hope Harbinger, they need 2 Cosmic instead of 1 to out it, because you just need the first 3 Salt Rain. Unbelievable into the Snake Eyes matchup. Probably lately I've taken out the 3rd one. I've been playing a Cosmic instead, just because this turns off your Golden Lord. I mean, it's the only card in your deck it does turn off, but for the grind games, that doesn't feel great. First 4 rounds were all against Snake Eyes. Won all of them except for round 3. Round 5, I believe, was against Kashtira, which I won. Rounds 6 and 7 were both, again, against Snake Eyes. Round 8 against Snake Eyes, which was my 2nd loss for the day. That was against Yassine. Very lovely guy to play against, but yeah, didn't play the best against him, unfortunately. Round 9 was into Manadium, which was a win. So yeah, finished up day 1 X2, which for me, you know, pretty exciting. I'm not the most competitive player, so being in that position felt really good. Yeah, day 2 started with round 10. Played against Kashtira, which is one of the matchups I kind of dread, because obviously if they switch off your graveyard, yeah, the majority of your deck is offline, which sucks. Ended up going into game 3, going second. He started with Shifter, made a pretty decent board, not the best he probably could have gotten. But yeah, unfortunately it was like Imseti and King Sark, Golden Lord and Sanguine, and then like a copy of Ken, and then I like top decked something else, and then yeah, it didn't quite get me there, so I finished up the day 2 X3, but still pretty happy about that, I must say. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll have screenshots of everything at the end, just to make it easier to see what was going on. If there's any questions, chuck them down in the comments, and yeah, thank you again for watching. See ya.